Probably the man I owe my life to became my father-in-law and ex-father-in-law by the name of Walt. And he died of cancer a couple years ago. I was living in my car because my uncle got tired of my anger and stuff, and I wouldn't do what he wanted me to do. And by this time, what are you going to do to me? I mean, that was my mentality. What are you going to do to me that hasn't already been done to me? I'd already met death 7 times that I knew of, that I really, really thought I was going to die. What are you going to do to me? So that was my mentality. So my then girlfriend's dad had me stay in their basement. I remember he threatened me to death. I can hear every creak of the stairs if you even think about coming up them, kind of thing. He talked me into going in the military. In Bremerton, Washington, which is a naval town, I'd already beaten grown men into the ground. I stalked people. I enjoyed the pain. I enjoyed my pain, not their pain, my pain. But they couldn't ever beat me. I'm 122, 125 pounds. There's so much fury in me that nobody knows how to handle it. So Walt talked me into joining the military. So when I joined the Army, I thought, okay, I'm going to join the Army. I'm going to Vietnam, and I'm going to end this. If this is what life's about, I ain't doing it. Well, I couldn't leave Fort Lewis because I had to be there for 2 years. It was a 2-year lock-in. Then I'm mad. And then I started taking my anger out in the motor pool, around the vehicles, around the other soldiers. It took me a while to get rank in the military because of my anger. I got called into commander's call, and I knocked a lieutenant colonel clear across the room. He called my wife a bitch. So I knocked his head off. I got in trouble for it. And we had this guy by the name of Sergeant Polk. Here comes my second hero of my life. And Sergeant Polk was this lanky, tall, skinny guy that had been to Vietnam 5 or 6 times and telling me I didn't want to go and telling me, you don't know what you're asking for, And so about a couple weeks into it, Sergeant Polk finally one day, I come in and I've had enough of his ass whippings, that's for sure, and then he's like, okay, I'm retiring in a year and a half. I'm going to teach you everything I know to be an NCO. And he proceeded to train me for the next 2 years. So Sergeant Polk really did me a big favor. So whenever Sergeant Polk got done with me, I no longer had the urge or the will to die. I had the opposite. I had a passion to live.